Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this really pretty but simple bag. So for my bag I used a 4mm crochet hook, and in this video I am using US terms. So thank you very much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. To begin your bag you want to start off by making a magic circle. So to do a magic circle you want to take your yarn and take your finger and wrap the yarn around your finger once, and then wrap the yarn back over your finger to create a cross, like that. You then want to take your crochet hook, so take your crochet hook and go underneath the first loop of the cross, and then using your crochet hook, pick up the second loop of the cross and pull it through. And you can then take your finger out, and there you have a magic circle, and we are ready to begin round one. So to begin round one, you want to chain one, and this chain one does not count as a stitch. This just locks our magic circle into place. So now for round one, we're going to do 8 half double crochets into the magic circle. So 8 half double crochets. So to do a half double crochet, you want to yarn over and go into the magic circle, then yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So there we have 1 half double crochet, and we need to do 7 more or 8 in total. So yarn over and go back into the magic circle and work a second half double crochet, and then work a third and a fourth, and do this until you have 8. So I have finished working my 8 half double crochets for round one, and now to finish this round we're going to close up our magic circle. So to close your magic circle, you want to take your end or your tail here and simply pull this as tight as you can. So pull it nice and tight, and that will close up your magic circle. And now we are ready to move on to round two. And for our bag, we are not going to be joining at the end of each round. We are not going to be using slip stitches. We are going to work our bag in a spiral. So do not work a slip stitch and move on to round two. So we are now on to round two of our bag. And round two is very simple. We are just going to do 2 half double crochets into each stitch around. So we're going to work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. So you want to yarn over and go into this first stitch here. Make sure you're not going into the chain one that you worked, as that did not count as a stitch. Go into the first half double crochet, and if you're not sure what stitch to go into, you can count back 8 stitches. So I'm going to go into this one, and I'm going to work my first half double crochet like that. But before I work my second half double crochet, I'm going to take a stitch marker. So here I have a stitch marker, and if you don't have one of these, you can use a paper clip or a safety pin or just a piece of yarn in a different colour. And we're going to insert our stitch marker into this first stitch here to mark the first stitch of round two. So like I said, for our bag, we're not going to be joining at the end of the round. We're going to be working in kind of a spiral. And so that will make it very tricky to see where each round ends and each round begins. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a stitch marker and place the stitch marker into the first stitch of each round, then work all the way around, and then when we reach this marker again, we will know that we have come to the end of that round and we're ready to begin the new one. So then we will remove the stitch marker, work the first stitch of the new round, and place the marker back into the first stitch. So our stitch marker will be moving with each round that we do. So we have done our first half double crochet into the first stitch here and placed a stitch marker into that stitch. So now we need to yarn over and go back down into the same stitch again and work a second half double crochet. So there we have 2 half double crochets both into the first stitch. So now we're going to go into the next stitch and work 1 half double crochet. Then yarn over and go back down into the same stitch again and work a second one. So we have 2 half double crochets into that stitch as well. So now we're going to work a third set of 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, like that, and just work this all the way around for round 2. 2 half double crochets into each stitch around. So I have finished working that all the way around for round 2 and I have reached my stitch marker. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker and we're ready to begin round 3. So we are now on to round 3, and in round 3 we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into one stitch, but then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, then 2 into the next, 1 into the next, 2 into the next and 1 into the next, all the way around. So we're going to go into this first stitch and work 2 half double crochets both into this first one. But before we work our second half double crochet, we're going to place a stitch marker into this stitch. So we have marked the first half double crochet of the round, and when we reach this we will know that we have come to the end of round 3. So we're going to work a second half double crochet into this first stitch there, but then just 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. So we have done 2, 1. So now we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into the next one. So 1 and 2, and then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. And continue this 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around for this round. So I have finished working that all the way around for round 3. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker. And now we are ready to begin round 4. So we are now on to round 4. And for this round we're going to do 2 half double crochets into one stitch, but then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet into the next one, and 1 half double crochet into the next one. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 all the way around for this round. So go into the first stitch and work your first of your 2 half double crochets into this stitch. But before you move on to your next one, place a stitch marker into this stitch. And now we're going to do a second half double crochet down into the same stitch again. So there we have 2, and we're going to do 1 half double crochet into the next stitch and 1 half double crochet into the next one along. So we have 2, 1, 1. Then we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into the next one. Then 1 half double crochet into the next one and 1 half double crochet into the next one. So 2, 1, 1, and continue this all the way around. So like that, so I have done that all the way around for that round. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker and we're ready to move on to round 5. So we are now on to round 5, and for round 5 we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into one stitch, but then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, all the way around, 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1. So I'm going to go into the very first stitch. So go into the first one and work my first half double crochet, placing a stitch marker into this stitch. So you need to mark the first stitch of the round, and now work your second half double crochet down into this stitch. So there we have 2 both into the first stitch. So now we're going to do 1 half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. Now do 2 half double crochets both into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then do 1 half double crochet into the next 3, and do this all the way around, 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1. So I have finished working that all the way around for round 5, and I have removed my stitch marker, and we're now on to round 6. So for round 6 we're going to do 2 half double crochets into 1 stitch, but then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, and repeat that all the way around. So do 2 1 1 1 1, 2 1 1 1 1, 2 1 1 1 1 all the way around. So yarn over and go into the first stitch and do your first of your 2 half double crochets, placing a stitch marker into the very first stitch. And now go down into the same stitch again and work a second half double crochet into this stitch. So there we have 2 stitches both into that first one, and now we're going to do 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet into the second one along, 1 into the third, and finally 1 into the fourth. So there we have 2 1 1 1 1, and continue this all the way around for this round. We'll do 2 half double crochets both into the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So I have come to the end of round 6, and I have removed my stitch marker, and we are now on to round 7. And round 7 follows the exact same pattern, but for this round we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into 1 stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. And you will see that with each round we do, the stitches in between the sets of 2 become more and more. So for round 7 we're going to do 2 half double crochets into 1 stitch, but then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches again and again and again. So go into the first stitch and work 2 half double crochets, remembering to place a stitch marker into the very first one that you do, like that. And now we're going to do 1 half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. So we're doing 2 1 1 1 1 1 all the way around, and continue this for this round. So there I have 2 half double crochets, then 1 2 3 4 5 individual half double crochets. So I'm now going to begin my next repetition. 2 into the next stitch, then 1 into the next 5, and continue this for round 7. So like that all the way around for round 7. And now we're moving on to round 8, so I'm going to move my stitch marker, and round 8 is our last increase round. And for round 8 we're going to do 2 half double crochets both into 1 stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. So 2 1 1 1 1 1 1, 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 all the way around. So it's following the exact same pattern again. So go into the first stitch and do 2 half double crochets placing a stitch marker into the first one that you worked, and then do 1/2 double crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then we're going to repeat that again. 2 half double crochets both into the next stitch, then 1 into each of the next 6, and continue this for round 8. So I have finished working that all the way around for round 8, and if you get to the end of any of these rounds and find that you have 1 stitch left or 2 stitches left, that's okay. Just work 1/2 double crochet into each of those stitches. It's quite difficult to keep count and really easy to make mistakes, so you may find that you have a couple of stitches left at the end of the round, so just work 1/2 double crochet into each of those stitches. It won't affect your bag. So we have finished round 8, and like I said, that is our last increase round, and now we're going to move on to the next round. So we are now on to round 9 of our bag, and for rounds 9 through to 21, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21, we're going to do the exact same thing. And for each of those rounds, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around. So just 1/2 double crochet into each stitch for rounds 9 through to 21. So we're going to do 1/2 double crochet into the first stitch, and remember, you must always place your stitch marker into that first stitch. If you forget to place your stitch marker, it will make it really difficult to know where you start and end the round. So really make sure that you are placing your stitch marker into the first stitch of every round, and then work 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around until you reach your stitch marker again, and then remove your stitch marker and begin the next round. Do 1/2 double crochet into the next stitch, placing your stitch marker into that stitch, and do 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around, and then repeat that again and again and again until you finish round 21. And if I were you, I would have a little piece of paper and I would mark down what round I am on. So 9, 10, 11, 12, as when you are doing lots of rounds of the same thing, it's really easy to forget where you are. So just jot down what round you are on and continue to do that, rounds of 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around until round 21. So I'm going to begin round 9. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker, go into the first stitch and work 1/2 double crochet into this stitch, and then place a stitch marker into this stitch. This is really, really important that you remember to do this. And as you are going around, make sure that your stitch marker doesn't fall out. Sometimes these will fall out, so make sure that they don't. Make sure that they are always in the center. So now do 1/2 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1/2 double crochet into the next one, 1 into the next one, and just continue this all the way around until you get to the end here. Then move your stitch marker and move on to the next one, and continue that for those rounds. So I have just come to the end of round 21, and this is what you should have. So I have finished round 21, and now we are ready to move on to round 22. So the last 4 rounds of our bag are just going to be 4 more rounds of half double crochet. So if you want your bag to be in one solid colour and you do not want stripes at the top, then just work 4 more rounds of 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around. So round 22, 23, 24 and 25 are just rounds of 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. So if you want to do that in a solid colour, then just continue using the colour that you are using. But if you want stripes at the top of your bag like I do, then I will show you how to change colours. So I have come to the end of round 21, so I'm going to remove my stitch marker and move on to round 22. Like I said, the next 4 rounds are just 4 more rounds of 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around, just as we have been doing. But I want stripes at the top of my bag. So I'm going to do rounds 22 and 24 in a different colour, in blue and then in green. So I'm going to start off round 22 by doing 1/2 double crochet into this stitch here. But whilst working this 1/2 double crochet, I'm going to change colours. And then I will have my new colour ready to work the rest of the round with. So yarn over and go into the first stitch and pull up a loop. So just as you would with a normal 1/2 double crochet, but usually we would yarn over and pull through these 3 loops here, but we are not going to do that with this colour. We're going to drop the yarn that we were using and take our new yarn or our new colour, place this over the end of our crochet hook and pull this through. Like that. So there we have our new colour ready to use, and usually once we changed colours we would fasten off the colour that we were using, so cut this yarn, but I'm not going to do that as I'm going to go back to working in the pink next round. So I'm going to pick this back up. So I'm just going to leave this attached to my ball, just place it over the side and then continue working 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around using my new colour. And before I work my next 1/2 double crochet, I'm going to take my stitch marker and place this into the stitch that I just worked, as this is the first stitch of the round. So now I'm just going to yarn over and go into the next stitch and work 1/2 double crochet into this one. Then work 1/2 double crochet into the next stitch and do this all the way around for round 22. So like that. So I have worked 1/2 double crochet into each stitch around in the blue. So that is round 22 completed, and I have reached my stitch marker. So now we're going to move on to the next round, round 23. And round 23 is just another round of 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. Like I said, after round 21, we're just doing 4 more rounds of 1/2 double crochet, but we are changing colours to give the stripes at the top. So we have worked 22 in the blue. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker, like this. And we're now on to round 23. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our first 1/2 double crochet of round 23 into this stitch here. But whilst working this 1/2 double crochet, I'm going to change colours back to the pink. So I did not fasten the pink off when I changed colours here. I left it still attached to the ball, so I have it here ready to pick up. So what I'm going to do is yarn over and go into the stitch and pull up a loop as I would with a normal 1/2 double crochet. But just like last round, I'm not going to complete the 1/2 double crochet using this colour. I'm going to drop the yarn that I was using, take my new colour, so I'm going to take the pink. So this is the pink that I still have attached here. I'm going to take the pink and yarn over and pull it through all 3 loops. And this will change colours and finish my 1/2 double crochet at the same time. So here we have the first 1/2 double crochet of round 23. So I'm going to place a stitch marker into this stitch. So like there we have changed colours for round 23, and you just want to work 1/2 double crochet into every single stitch around for this round. And then at the end of round 23, I'm going to remove my stitch marker and begin round 24. And I'm actually going to work round 24 in a new colour. I'm going to work it in a green. So I'm going to change colours in the exact same way as I have done before, and change whilst working my first 1/2 double crochet of the round. So I'm going to start round 24 in the pink, and then finish it off using the green and work 1 half double crochet around, and I'm not going to fasten off the pink as I am then going to pick it back up at the end of the round and work one last round, round 25 in the pink. So do one last round of 1 half double crochet into each stitch around. And once you have worked your rounds in the different colours, so I'm doing mine in blue and green, you can then fasten those colours off. So I'm just going to cut this blue yarn, making sure that I leave a tail or an end to weave into the inside of my bag later. So continue to work those rounds of half double crochet and changing colours until you reach the end of round 25. So I have just finished working those rounds. So you can see we worked half double crochets up. We then changed colours and worked one more round of half double crochet in the blue. We then switched colours again to the pink and worked another round of half double crochet for round 23. We then switched colours to the green for round 24, another round of half double crochet, and then finally for round 25 do one more round of half double crochet, and I switched back to the pink, and that is how you get the stripes at the top. So we have finished round 25, and now what we're going to do to finish off the top of our bag is we're going to do one slip stitch into each stitch. So you want to go into this next stitch here and work one slip stitch, then go into the next stitch and work a slip stitch into this stitch, and just do this all the way around. One slip stitch into every single stitch, and this will give the top of your bag a nice finished edge. And it's really important when working your slip stitches that you don't work them too tight. If you work them too tight, the top of your bag will become smaller and it will mess up the shape. So make sure that you work them kind of loose. So to do that, I'm kind of taking my yarn from up here a bit more and pulling it through and then not pulling tight. And that is how you make your slip stitches a bit looser. So just work one slip stitch into each stitch around. So I have just finished working one slip stitch into each stitch around, and to finish off you want to go into the very first stitch that you worked into. So this stitch will already have a slip stitch into that stitch, but just kind of go into the middle of the stitch and work another slip stitch into this stitch. And now you can fasten off, so pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn, making sure that you leave a long tail to weave into the inside of your bag later. And there we have finished our bag, and you can see the slip stitches give a really nice edge at the top. And now we can add the straps. So for the straps of your bag, you can add whatever straps you like. If you want, you could use this as just a clutch bag and just add a button up here. Or you could add a really long strap and make this into a over-the-shoulder bag or a side bag. Or you can add little handles, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 2 little handles, one for each side, and I'm just going to make them go around like this, around the top. So for my straps, this is the way that I'm going to do them. I'm going to take my bag and fold it in half like this. I'm then going to go in through one side on the very edge here. So go in through one stitch, and then I'm going to take my yarn, place it over the end of my hook and pull it through. And I'm now going to chain for my straps, and I'm just going to keep chaining until I feel that my straps are long enough. But I'm going to remember what number I chain, as I want my other strap to be the exact same length. So make a chain and make sure you remember how long your chain is. So there I think that my strap is long enough, and I have chained 56. And now I'm going to go into the opposite side of my bag here. So go right into the edge, go in through the stitch and work a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through both loops on my hook. And now you can fasten off. So pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn and weave that end into the inside, and there you have one strap. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side of my bag, making sure that I'm going into the same stitches on both sides and that my chain is the exact same length. And there we have finished our bag. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it easy to follow. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos, and thanks again for watching. Bye!